Record to this computer. Recording in progress. That is always what I need to hear. And want to say welcome. This is Lynn Hamilton, your lead instructor here at Samson Properties for an exciting class that I'm very excited about. This is our Business Skill Builders session. And today we are going to talk about hidden in plain sight. What are the tools that are in your Samson toolbox that, in my humble opinion, are worth $1 million? So we're going to take a dive into some of these things, and hopefully the screen share will continue to follow along, and you'll be able to enjoy it there as well. So let's talk about some of the things that are in our Samson toolbox that you may or may not have remembered or forgot about or thought, oh yeah, I haven't used that in a while. Anyway, we're taking a deep dive into it, so let's jump in head first. First off, obviously, the cardinal nest. Almost anything and everything is in your cardinal nest. Now, I will tell you, a year or so ago, whatever it was, when they did the upgrade, one of the features that got added was the search box that's on the main page. So if you are wanting to just go into Cardinal Nest and search for something, you should be able to do it. It should track where you need to be taken to and make life a whole lot easier. Obviously, on the Cardinal Nest, and here's my challenge to you. I would say give yourself 15 minutes, set a timer. Shoes are optional, beverage of choice at hand, and kick back and go into Cardinal Nest and start clicking around. See how the calendar shows up if you haven't already. See what's on the left-hand menu bar. Resources. Now, here's the thing. If you click on the word resource, for example, it will take you to one page, right to the immediate right of the word. That will give you a drop-down box. That will allow you to go specifically into different pages. So again, shoes are optional, beverage of choice at hand. Kick back 15 minutes, set a timer, 15 minutes, and let yourself peruse through the Cardinal Nest. There you go. We're going to talk about some more things in Cardinal Nest shortly. Also, there's Samson University. Now, I will tell you a secret. As of the recording of this date, which is the middle of February 2026, there's a little makeover getting done behind the scenes. So there's going to be a fresh new look that's going to come to our Samson University. And so there you have it. All right. Know about the company calendar. I get it. I know sometimes, agents feel like there's just so much. Well, yeah, there is. Because here's the challenge we are faced with on this side of the fence. There's roughly 6,000 of our agents. I always break it down a third, a third, a third. A third are the high-end top performers running 90 miles an hour with their hair on fire. There's the other third at the bottom that haven't done anything or just getting their momentum started or are phasing out or whatever their issue is. Then there's the middle third. I try to focus on the middle third. That is the agents that are learning and hungry and growing their business and looking for new tools to make their systems run better and smoother. So that's where my personal focus is that middle. So with the company calendar, you look at it, but then ask yourself, based off where I am right now, what do I need? You do, and terrible to say, except for my classes, you do not need to go to everything. You at some point need to pick and choose where you're at in your learning trail and what is the next piece, what is the next step. So when you're looking at all this great stuff that's out there, stop and ask yourself, is that my next step for this next week? And if you can say, yes, that is the next step that I need to put into place, then go for it. Because if not, if you try to cram it all in at once, your head's going to explode. Okay? What are the things that absolutely agents need to have down to a science? First off, you need to know about sky slope, because sky slope is where all the contracts get stored. Now, back in the olden days, offices had rooms that was nothing but file cabinets because everything was on paper, it was not digital. So those file cabinets literally lined the walls. And the office requirement was, if you took a listing or had a buyer contract, you had to have the copy of it into the office within 48 hours. Now, I used to scare agents to no end and tell them that had to be in within 24. That way it gave them an extra day just in case they missed the deadline. Why? The brokerage has to have it at their fingertips. It is the brokerage's listing or contract to represent a buyer. You just happen to be the agent that's working it. The higher ups in the world of real estate, they can come in and audit a brokerage anytime they want. And when they walk in, they can pull what's on the MLS, and that office better have a copy of that contract at their disposal and at their fingertips. Again, back in the early days, it was in a file cabinet. That was what was active, what was pending, what was under contract, what was sold. Now it's all done electronic, but the foundation still applies. Absolutely still applies. So you need to know about sky slope, and you need to be as serious as a heart attack on this one of making sure that your files are in and compliant. I always get a good chuckle when I hear from agents, well, I haven't gotten paid yet. $5 says your files aren't complete. And if your file is not complete, that's on you. And no, the brokerage, and I don't care which brokerage, will not, should not, and cannot pay on a file that's incomplete. Horror stories of the real estate world. An agent one time, it had been over a year. Can't make this up. It was over a year. Y'all want to gasp for air now? Who had not gotten paid on a handful of transactions. Her files were incomplete. The brokerage couldn't pay out on them. It's like, girl, get your together, get those files completed, and then you'll get paid out. So again, sky slope is your friend. And if you do not know how to manage and maneuver sky slope, yes, there are trainings on the calendar. There are trainings in Samson University that you can retrieve these and get to this 24/7. So in my opinion, no excuses. That has got to be a good one. Next one down, Real Scout. Who's using Real Scout? Show of hands or a thumbs up, okay? Real Scout is a great tool. Now, if you had to go buy this yourself and pay for it yourself, you'd be paying probably, some good money to have access to sky slope. Here at Samson, you have access to it courtesy of Cardinal Title. Because again, as we've explained before, Samson Properties is the car. But that car has no wheels, no driver's seat, certainly no passenger seat, no dashboard, no engine, and no steering wheel. It is the courtesy of Cardinal Title that puts the tires on the car and fills them up with air and puts the engine in and puts the gas in and the oil and the water and the electrical and whatever kind of car you got. And they've got the dashboard in there. They've got the steering wheel in there. They've got the seat in there. That all comes from Cardinal. That is why here at Samson, you hear us talking about all the time of encourage you to use cardinal every time you can. Yes, it is your choice, but the more we support them, the better they support us. So and the analogy that I use on that one, and I'll get off my soapbox on this one, but let's say you have someone in your database who's an A client. You worked with them before, you thought you had a great relationship, you made sure they got their monthly newsletters, they got everything else that they needed, and lo and behold, you find out that they have not only sold the house, but went and bought another one and didn't use you. It is a kick in the gut. And you step back and say, well, why didn't you use me? Oh, they forgot you were still in real estate. Okay, that falls on you, but it's a kick in the teeth. So, what do you think Cardinal feels when they give and give and give, and you've gone to someone just because you've used them for years? Again, when you can, use Cardinal, earn their trust, earn their business. And trust me, I don't think you will be disappointed. Okay. And I get it. If we've been in for a long time, we've got relationships and long time standings with other vendors. You have to split it. That's all we ask, is to use them when possible, because they're paying for all of this for you. Okay. All right. Real Scout, you know that it's a great advantage. And oh my God, if you have not, go into Cardinal Nest, find the training on Real Scout. Stephanie Burke does a great job and does training, I think, weekly on it. Get it set up, put yourself in as a potential. If you have a spouse, significant other, brother, sister, family member, say, hey, I need your help. I've got a new program. I want to make sure that it's doing what I'm thinking it's going to be doing. Will you be my guinea pig? And if they're close friends, they will absolutely tell you yes. And then you can see what the consumer is getting and the value of that. All right. Next on our list of tools that are worth $1 million is our websites. Okay. In the olden days, we used to pay $1,500 for a website. Z57. God, how did I remember that? But we used to pay that amount of money because that was the thing every agent had to have, was a website, a web presence. Why? Any legitimate business will always have a website. They will have information on there that you can come in and get free. You can peruse it at 24/7. Smart marketing is when you send out anything, a postcard, a newsletter, anything, always have a QR code on it that will take the viewer, the consumer, to a specific page on your website. And we've done in-depth training on this for you. We've shown you how to create QR codes. We've shown you how to really take it to a new level. And with that, use your website as a marketing tool as well. Again, you don't have to pay $1,500 for it. Oh, yeah. And then it was $99 a month. And if you wanted to make any changes to it, it was, I think, either $199 or $200, $250. Anyway, in that ball game somewhere, you can literally go in to your website and change the color and change some other features on it every 10 minutes for all I care. And if you ever go to my website, you see often the color palette changes on it, because when I'm showing agents how to do it, I'm constantly changing, and I never change it back. I just leave it. So again, you have the ability to have a $1,500 website, and we can walk you through making sure that your bio's on there, your testimonials are on there, add a custom tab to it, add drop down pages to it. Oh, If you're in business, which you are, make sure that your website is up and working, up and functioning. And here's the other challenge. When you're done with the 15 minutes going through the Cardinal Nest website, take, oh, I'm going to say 5 minutes. Shoes are optional, beverage of choice still at hand, and go through your website. Now, unless you have created a custom or vanity URL, it is your first name, last name, dot samsonproperties.net. You've got Bold Trails or you've got Lofty. What I want you to do is to go in and click on everything. I want you to see and know what is on your website, especially on the, when you bring up your website, the second tab from the left over, it says home value. Click on that, put your own property address in there and see what magically happens and what you get. Gang, you know, in all of the training, consistency, consistency, consistency. But once you set it, you don't have to send them a quarterly market value. It will automatically do it. There's other programs that we have that will do that as well. So again, go check out your website. Make sure your photo is on there. Your bio is in there. If you've customized the colors, you can customize the screens that rotate across the top. Be sure to go check out my site, lynnhamilton.samsonproperties.net. And then look at it and go, hey, wait a minute, mine doesn't look like that. No, because I've customized mine a little bit. But as I lovingly say, if this old non-techie gal can figure out how to do that, I sure in the heck can show you and teach you how to do it as well. And we also have Will. I know about this much. Will knows about this much. All right. So you've got a great team there. Will's does classes all the time. We've got you. I've got how-to instructions as well. So again, here is a magnificent marketing tool that we hand you at no additional charge. Worth $1 million? Absolutely. Because if you had to go out and pay to have a website designed, you know what it costs. All right, let's move on. Did you know that within the Cardinal Nest, you have already prepped and ready to go a whole library of free reports, of customizable postcards. You have blog posts available for you. You have newsletters, and I'm going to say plural on newsletters. All of those things to help you market yourself, market your business. Pause. Marketing. It's getting the right message to the right target on a consistent basis. They're there. There's over 2 years of newsletters at your fingertips. There are about 10 or 15 free reports. There are 30 plus blog posts that are already available for you for a grab and go. And the how-to instructions are on my website for you as well. Okay. One of the things we want you to do is, if you have not activated your blog within, I'm going to use point of reference because I'm not as familiar with Lofty, but your Bold Trails. Why? I'll pause. I'll wait. Why aren't you using the tools that we're handing to you on a silver platter? Okay, again, but once the blog gets posted, here's where the connecting the dots, connecting those puzzle pieces come into play. The 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1, the daily task. Remember that one? Send out a text. Hey, I just posted a new blog. Here's the link. Go check it out for me. Or would you do me a favor? Go look, and I want to make sure it posted correctly and that the survey on the question is working all right. Gang, again, that's all free. It just takes a few minutes to do. So if you're not doing it, ask yourself, why not? Why not? Because we know this stuff works. There you go. All right. Next component down is Canva. Now, again, A lot of our reports and newsletters and other things are done in a Canva platform. I have asked marketing to make sure that whatever is produced for our agents is accessible to them by using the free Canva account. I do not want to tell you, oh, we've got these great postcards, we've got these great newsletters, we've got this great this. Oh, but $30 a month for the advanced Canva. If you're not at that level yet, I want to make sure that what you're able to access is in the free version. So this is what we've asked our marketing department to do, is to be conscious of that, because again, they got all the bells and whistles. I said, but our agents don't. Now, if you get to the point that you're going, I'm loving this, and you're rocking and rolling, and you want to upgrade to the paid Canva account, trust me, that baby will sing and dance and is worth its weight in gold. And coming up in the next 30 days, we're going to have the full how-to learning trails for Canva. It's getting ready to get recorded. It will go up onto my website under how-to instructions. There'll be a whole tab that says Canva, and we'll break it down component by component. So if you need to go in to learn just one thing, you can quickly get access to it. Yes, eventually it will be mirrored over into Cardinal Nest, but right now, my website, Agent Resource Center, is your backup. All right. So now you got Canva. We will also, and again, this is kind of some of the other tools and some of the recommendations. We want to make sure that you have set up a LinkedIn account. Why? Why is that one important? Because if someone is going to be moving to the DMV footprint and they're business related, they're more likely to go to LinkedIn than they will to go into Facebook or TikTok or any of the other platforms. Now, speaking of TikTok, I'm going to take it from somebody, and I'm going to step on somebody's toes. So just know that it comes from the heart. Hear my heart, forgive my mouth. Remember, those are the rules. All right. So I've seen agents who have taken an enormous amount of time to do stuff and post it on TikTok, doing it all the time. And they're proudly announcing that they've got 5,000 followers. Okay. How many are right here? How many are right here in our footprint? Oh, I don't know. You're throwing Jello on the wall and hoping it sticks. Until you're able to zero in and go for the bullseye on your marketing, I'd rather have you do other stuff than that. And I know I'm going to take it from somebody, but that's all right. You want to make sure that as well, you got your LinkedIn account and you're posting professional stuff. You're posting the free reports. You're posting stuff about this footprint. In case you are looking to move into this area, here's a featured whatever. If your company is moving you to the DMV footprint, I'd like to be your go-to source. If you are being relocated or moving to the DMV footprint, go visit my website under whatever tab you've added. Use that for business promotion, not just out having fun party time. Okay. All right. The other thing we're going to ask is if you are using Facebook, and technically you're supposed to have a business Facebook page. Business Facebook page can overlap into your personal, but here's the takeaway. Do not, I'm going to say this again, just in case you all went to sleep. Do not label it as Samson Properties. Because what it does is it throws off the algorithm. And yes, you'll get a nasty gram from someone in marketing at some point to say, hey, this is not labeled correctly. Can you relabel it? And so again, do it right from the beginning. There you go. All right. Here's the other thing I'm going to ask you to do. Whatever office you are out of, you will Google the Samson Property office that you were affiliated with. So let's say it's Stafford. So you look them up. You're just going to Google it right on your little computer. The Right-hand side of the screen will usually show the office and the information. If you scroll down just a little bit, you should be able to post a review. We are asking all of our agents to go into the office in which they are affiliated with and post a 5-star review. Why is that important? Oh, wait, you've heard me say that before. And so why is that important? All right. The why that is important is if someone is needing to move to, again, I'm going to pick on Stafford, to the Stafford area, and they go to search and they're looking for Stafford um, area or Stafford agent or Stafford real estate office, the higher up in the search engine optimization based off, you know, massive 5-star reviews is it's gonna bump you up there. Okay. Now, you want to know a good one that I just found out the other day? This is brand new, hot off the press. I didn't know this. When you become hyper local, so again, let's pick on Stafford for a minute. Let's say there is a community in Stafford that's called Cardinal Terrace, and you do a lot of Cardinal Terrace, Stafford posts, and whatever, keeping that name in higher rotation. Guess what? AI is now pulling that information in their algorithm searches. We had an agent down in Richmond who had gotten a call a couple months ago from a person wanting to buy down in that area. She did all the precautionary stuff, did all the consultation, the interview, the whole bit. And when she asked, "How did you find my information?" They said they went to AI and asked who was an agent that served and was very specific about the neighborhood, and her name came up. She then went, oh, and by the way, it was a $950,000 purchase. I'm just sharing that with you. From there, she went, oh, okay. So she went and AI'd herself, but asking who in the Cardinal Terrace area specializes in estate liquidation, because she does a lot of that. Her name came up. So these platforms are now starting to talk to each other as well. So the more we can do and provide through Google 5-star reviews, being very pinpoint with areas in which you serve or specialties in which you have, the better you're going to be. So just, you're the first ones to hear me say that, but I just learned that one the other day. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about real quick, and we've kind of already mentioned it, but in the Cardinal Nest, there are free reports. We have a library of about 10 or 15, and I've got about 5 or 10 more getting ready to send them over to marketing. If you need to find those, you go to Cardinal Nest. Remember the search box? Just type in free reports. Bada boom, bada bing. They're going to populate up. Make sure that when you use those, you too are adding a QR code on the free report that takes them to your website page with additional free reports. Curious about that one? Go take a look at my website. Again, my tab's over, Agent Resource Center, that's for you. The other tab over says Client Resources. I want you to peek at that, because there you can add all the other free reports, or not all, but a few of them, just to, again, tantalize and dangle that carrot. The other tab down that'll show up on mine is newsletters from the past editions. And you'll see how I did that, how I labeled it. And again, we can show you exactly how to do that and add those in as well. So your free reports, at least some of them, should be on your website. You should be able to give them out and have them easily available. Again, you don't have to create them. And if you've got an idea or a need for a particular topic, you let me know and we'll make it happen. Newsletters the same. And I said newsletters, plural. Yes, plural, because we have 2 phenomenal options for you. For those that are newer, may not realize this, but we have the magnificent 4-page. We always, Donnie and Sarah are absolute believers in that 4-page. I am too, but here's the catch. When I am out with our agents in the field, I listen. I take note. I've done a couple of surveys. And what I found out when I asked agents, are you using the newsletter? And they said no, I came right out and asked why. What I was hearing back was they didn't have 200 in their SOI yet. They did not have the funds to support the 200 mailings at $1.50 a piece for 300 and 350, whatever it turns out to be a month for a year or more. So they got scared and they didn't do anything. So I went to our marketing department 2 years ago and said, hey, we've got a gap here. I want to see a 1-page grab and go newsletter that we can easily teach the agents to use, teach them to leverage it, teach them to use it, have it on their websites, and until the time comes that they're ready to transition over to the 4-page. Because again, I'm focusing on our middle third. The upper third, no problem. But my sweet spot with you guys is that middle. So they said, oh yeah, we can do that. And lo and behold, out came the grab and go newsletter. I'm working with a magnificent staff member in our marketing department now. Our goal is to have them available for you by the 15th of the month for the upcoming month. There you go. All right. So again, I would rather you hand out a newsletter than a business card any day of the week. That business card is going to go into a pocket. It's going to go into the trash. It's not going to get looked at. There's nothing on there really of value to me right now because most business cards need to go in the trash. And this is why in Jumpstart Session 1, I tell you, do not order your business card yet. These other things need to be in place. Then when you get ready to order it, send it to me. Let me take a look at it. Let me critique it before you go pay money for something that's going to end up in the trash. We had to go into the business card printing business because we would make a killer. Because most of them end up getting dumped. I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, all right. So back to the topic at hand. Also there you have postcard options. Now, my question, did you know? We're going to play Did You Know? Did you know that 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was, we created various templates for you for postcards. We also have the 3 categories for geofarming. Geofarming was one of the first classes I taught here at Samson. And I went to marketing and said, okay, what I'd love is, because I know our agents aren't going to do it because they don't have the skill set yet to do it. I want a template for first-time home buyers, which are the renters. I want 4 cards, 4 different messages that agents can use in rotation. You don't need 12, you can get away with 4. Then I want a series of postcards designed for the homeowner. Same thing, 4 messages that get rotated. So once it comes back in, the familiarity of you, your color brand, maybe the message, it's going to resonate with the homeowner that, oh yeah, I'm getting stuff from them every month. The other category is absentee owners. Did you know that there are 4 postcards with different messagings, appropriate messagings for the renters, the homeowners, and the non-owner occupied absentee owners? Again, you don't need to recreate them. They're already there. Run with what is there until such time you think you can do it better and go do it. But we've got it already available for you. All right. Talked about that, talked about that, talked about that. Okay, down the bottom of our list here, AI prompts. Oh my God. Who started to play with AI yet? Now, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. AI is going to be a double-edged sword, but it's here. We need to learn enough about it to be dangerous, but also be slightly cautious and scared of it. If you think for 1 nano of a second, I am going to download my bank information and my bank statements so they can analyze my monthly spending and create me a budget, you are crazier than I thought. I am not going to turn that information over onto God knows where for God knows what. Identity fraud and theft is bad enough. Everyone, I think, on the planet has had it happen to them. It is annoying as all get out. So this is where I'm going to put the brakes on and say, I'm not going to do that. But using AI, oh yeah, I'm going to use it for this. All right. So know where your barriers are. I know that some agents say, well, I'm not going to use AI at all. Okay, that's fine, but you're going to be left behind. Learn enough about it that you're dangerous and can have fun with it, but don't rely on it for every component of your life. Okay. There's going to be some great things that'll come from it. But again, there's also going to be, like, because it's human nature, there's going to be the scary side, the scammers, the hacks, the whole bit as well. So proceed with caution. But oh my God, can it be awesome? All right. Now, did you know? Did you know that Richard Bridges has been working for the last couple of months to create, which is now posted, an AI prompt library that is within Cardinal Nest. So I think an email went out. If you're going, oh, wow, I didn't know anything about this, go into Cardinal Nest in the search box, type in AI prompts. It should, fingers crossed, it should populate up for you. Okay. Use it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage, but know when to put the brakes on for personal stuff as well. All right. Now, the other thing that we have, again, that's worth $1 million, is the fact that there's a 24/7 recorded sessions for learning. It is on demand, anytime, any hour you want. You have a sleepless night in Europe at 1 o'clock in the morning and think, oh, what should I do with my time? And you want to learn something. All of our recordings are available to you 24/7. And I am proud to announce that, as far as I know, Samson is the only brokerage that has now taken their entire learning library of the classes that I've taught and have put it in order known as the learning trails. So when you are ready to continue your journey or start with your journey for learning, again, right now, it's on my website, Agent Resource Center tab. The drop-down box, it says Learning Trails. Click on that. It'll bring the page up, and there it tells you there's the introduction, but it is in order. Click here for the handout. I got some bonus stuff in there too, occasionally, and click to watch the video. It will take you through the entire learning trails of what you need next, what you need next, what you need next, what you need next. Gang, the one thing that has drove me crazy in this industry is brokerages that gloat about the hundreds of hours they have for training, and your training path consisted of, good luck, let me know if you have any questions. And you're off taking online classes that you are nowhere near ready to be taking a deep dive into because you don't have the other pieces of the puzzle. Thus is why I have the learning trails, the puzzle pieces, and helping you put your puzzle together in order for your business. Again, start at the beginning, because even if you're a seasoned agent, have been around for a while, I've had agents that have come to Samson, gone into the learning trails, started with Jumpstart, came back out of it and said, oh my God, where have you been all my life? Nobody has ever taught me that in that order. I was missing a half a dozen or a dozen things in there. Game changer, big time. And that's from a 30-year-old veteran in this industry. So for you as a newer agent, you're golden, because you get to jump in order from the beginning and not waste your time going to classes that you're going, well, I don't understand this, or I don't understand where that fits into the big picture. There you go. Thank you, Samson, and thank you, Cardinal. All right. And these recordings and all the bonus stuff is all available for you 24/7, which is why I have it on my website. Now, the ulterior motive to that, I will confess. I wanted you guys to see what could be done to your website. My website is the same platform as yours. No administrative upgrade, no additional upgrade. I have the same one you have, but mine is going to look a little bit different. And if this old gal can figure out how to do this and help you achieve the same thing, I am all over it and happy to do so. So again, take advantage of what we've got here for you that is worth $1 million. That if you were with other brokerages, you'd be paying big time for all of this. Okay, next one and last one on my list. Keeping current matters. Please tell me that you all know that you now have a free membership to Keeping Current Matters. Agents who have paid for Keeping Current Matters have now got to cancel their previous subscription and stop paying for it because Samson is giving you a free one. Now, what does it do? It's going to give you a blog. I think it's 2 blog posts a month. It's going to give you a script to do a video. But wait, recently there was another, I believe it was one of the boards got with Keeping Current Matters.
It's NAR.
NAR. Okay. Thank you, Denise. And Samson went back and said, okay, well, wait a minute. We're supposed to have better than everybody else. You're giving them 1. We want 2. They said, okay. So you just saved yourself a couple $100 a month by having KCM, Keeping Current Matters, available to you as a Samson agent free of charge. Again, a couple $100 a month. So you add that up with what you'd be paying for all these other things, you've got $1 million worth of great tools at your fingertips. Again, if you are not familiar with that, go back into, if you've been with us for a couple of months, go back into your email, run a search for Keeping Current Matters, KCM. If it doesn't show up, go to your junk or your spam. Run the same search. And if you absolutely cannot find it any way, shape, or form, then email the help desk at samsonproperties.net and tell them you want to get set up with your Keeping Current Matters. And they will send it to the right department, get you all hooked up, and you'll be up and running in no time. Okay. So there again, there is another tool that is going to help you with your business, with your marketing. Again, the best use of your time is to be face to face with those who will eventually need to buy or sell. You want to be top of mind when that day comes. How do you stay top of mind? Oh, wait, Real Scout is 1. Your website is 2. For reports are 3. Postcards are 4. Newsletters are 5. Blog posts are 6. I think I'm going to need some more fingers. Let's see what else is on there that we can bring out. Those are, Keeping Current Matters. Those are all tools to help you stay top of mind. Your best job, your best use of your time is not to create this stuff. The best use of your time is to let the teams and the people that are really skilled at it do it, and you take it and run with it. I'm sorry, agents often come to think their little egos are intact, that they could do a better job. Yeah, no, get over yourself. Don't reinvent the wheel. You're not that, well, you are that great, but just not doing that stuff. So take what is already given to you and run with it. Your best use of your time is having coffee until you're sick of coffee with as many people that you know as possible. That will allow you to stay top of mind. because we hear it all the time. And I think Johnny gave stats the other day at the meeting. 91% of people said they would probably use their same agent again. How many actually do? 7 to 8%. Why? A, the agent did not stay top of mind. They were forgotten about. Or wait, they went out of the business. And now we've got an influx of buyers coming onto the table, and lenders are saying they're getting inundated with loan applications, 15% more now than this time last year, and there's 20% less agents. Woohoo! I'll take that any day of the week, which means more business for the ones that are there. That means you need to sharpen your skills, use the tools that we're giving to you, and just run like hell with it. So again, don't reinvent the wheel. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. I'm sorry, you're good, but not that good on these things. You're better to be face to face with people and making sure you know your contracts and your process inside out and backwards. Okay. All right. There was one other that popped to mind, and now I can't remember what it was. So, with that, I'm going to stop the share, come back to you in full fledged here in the chat box. Go ahead and drop a note. What was the one aha of the OMG? I totally forgot about that piece. I need to jump on that right away. What is the one thing that you could take away from this session that you can run with immediately to start making your business a little bit better and a little bit stronger? While you're doing that, I'm going to give a shameless plug for our marketing mastery class that's coming up next. It is entitled First Time Homebuyers, the pipeline most agents ignore. This is going to be a good one. All right, so I'm going to take a peek over at my chat box and see what y'all have had to say. The prompt library, yes, I will let Richard know that that was good because he's worked long and hard on that one. Putting the reports newsletters on your website, absolutely. Again, if you need help with that when you're ready to do that, we need to kind of put it in order. I'll point you in the right direction. Blog posts on your website, yes. When you go to your website, you are not going to see the drop down box that says blog until you've posted your first blog, and then it will show up. But again, use that as a stepping stool tool to then activate your 54321 543. Hey, friend, I need you to do me a favor. I just did a blog post. Can you do me a huge favor? Go take a look at it. I want to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. All right, there you go. Again, leverage, 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 and consistent. And the newsletters, yeah, we got two. If you got the budget and the numbers to support that 4-page, go for it. Because I know agents that are using it and do a customized, phenomenal job. And then again, there was a whole big bunch that said, I don't have 200 yet. I don't have that financial means in which to do it. And so I was actually teaching to another platform that provided, it was an Old Republic Home Protection. They have a free newsletter on their site. And I was teaching to that. And I thought, wait a minute, that's stupid. Why can't we create a Samson one instead of an Old Republic one? There you go. That's what we did. So again, what I want you to make sure you know, and I'm going to put it in the chat box so in case you don't have it, Lynn Hamilton Samson Properties.net. That is my website. When you go there, you will find the Agent Resource Center tab. The drop-down box that will come is going to be bonus handouts. It's going to be common mistakes agents make. That should be something you should be listening to one of those every morning. There's like 30 of them plus. And then we've got the how-to instructions. We've got the learning trails, and we have the listen and learn. Now, the listen and learn is this class here. We record them. As long as they come out with a good recording, I go ahead and post them up. I will take this handout that I had on screen with you today, and I will post that along with today's session as a handout, just so that you have it if you want it and you need it. All right, my friends, that takes us to the end of this session. Hope this has been beneficial for you. When you go and listen to previous other sessions online, if it's on YouTube, obviously it'll connect you to the YouTube link. Make sure that you follow and do a like or a comment on it, because again, that keeps it up and active. And I appreciate it. It lets us know where your important parts are or which ones aren't as important as well. All right, my friends, it has been a pleasure spending this time with you. Go be awesome. Go be wonderful. And remember, I don't care what you know. I want to know what you're doing with what you know. We just gave you all the tools that Samson has that will absolutely save you millions of dollars. Okay, I'm going to pause here. We've got a question that's coming up. Deanna, what you got? I see your hand up.
I just have one question because I'm at work and trying to follow along. How long before this will be uploaded on your website?
Probably 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, cool. Great. Thank you.
Okay, you
Thank
bet.
you.
All right, my friends. I'll see you later.